Stay tuned for this very important announcement from Dr. Jacquie Del Rosario, America's marriage coach.
Hi friends, do you remember the day that you got married? Now whether you eloped or had an elaborate ceremony, it's a day that I'm sure you'll never forget. You were in love and you were just so happy. You knew that things wouldn't be perfect, but you were willing to commit. So what happened after the honeymoon? Your relationship probably suffered the same plight that most marriages do. You know, the fights, arguments, and then maybe even some irreconcilable differences. Has your in the love emotion fizzled out? Or have you found out that your spouse is a completely different person than you thought? Or do you and your mate spend more time fighting and arguing than you ever thought possible? Or maybe you started to feel that marriage just might not really be for you. Well, I know exactly how you feel. And after going through a few failed relationships, you're beginning to wonder, how can I make marriage succeed? All the while you're losing hope and wondering, do I really have what it takes? Well, I have good news for you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the institution of marriage. And furthermore, there's nothing wrong with you. You merely lack the relationship skills to negotiate marriage and make it work. But I have a solution for you. When I first got married, I didn't know what to do. All I knew was that I loved my husband and that there had to be a formula for a totally fulfilling marriage. Now, this was a time where I was so worried and full of questions. I was just starting a family of my own, and I just knew that I had to do marriage better than I'd seen most couples do it. So I dedicated my life to finding a solution and mastering the art of intimacy and relationships, especially marriage. Becoming America's marriage coach, I spent thousands of hours counseling, coaching, teaching, listening, and advising couples everywhere. It was through both my own marriage and the counseling of others that allowed me to find a better understanding of marriage. I mean, I truly began to understand how it works. And I began to create a keen vision of what a successful marriage looks like. And I began to pass it on to every couple that I coached to health. It was a little bit like an out-of-body experience. You know, I saw what I'd never seen before. Basically, I discovered that there are 7 pillars of marriage. And if you build those pillars strong, your marriage will go the distance. The problem is most people don't even know what those 7 pillars are. And when they do find out, they simply don't know how to construct the pillars of their own relationship. Interesting, right? Well, I will consistently apply my hypothesis to different couples from different walks of life, different problems, and even different perspectives. But guess what? The results were always the same. When couples had one pillar in their relationship weaken, they would have some marital challenges. 2 or more could lead to marital failure. Now, I want to share an interesting couple that I counseled, where the husband had a habit of cheating. Now, the poor wife, she couldn't understand why this was going on. He treated her so well. But every so often, he would feel that there was an itch that he needed to scratch, and he would cheat. We first needed to identify why. Why was he cheating? If he really loved his wife and they had such a close relationship, he shouldn't be cheating, right? So we had to go down the path where he really had to delve deep into himself to figure out the real reason why he cheats. Well, it turned out to be a combination of things. At times, he felt he needed to know that he was able to still score and that he still had it. The other part of the problem was from something way back in his past. He was jilted by a painful first love experience, and as a result, he vowed he'd never fully give himself again to another woman. And that was his frustration. He didn't want to fully give himself to his own wife. Can you believe it? But what we found was a resolution. By admitting fault, identifying the problem, and following through with a little bit of hard work and dedication. And this is just a small taste of what we discuss in the marriage courses that I've included. And all of it is in a formula called Best Marriage Keys. I developed the formula called Best Marriage Keys as an easy 1, 2, 3 video guide that you can work through at your own pace, either alone or as a couple and in the comfort of your own home. Best Marriage Keys takes you through the 7 pillars of marriage and helps you to fortify your relationship before the problems overcome you. I share real-life examples and I give practical solutions that are easy to understand and easy to implement. It's like having your own marriage coach in a box. With Best Marriage Keys, you and your partner will learn to grow. You'll learn to grow together versus apart. You'll learn to communicate much more effectively and eliminate the filters and the barriers that have been getting in the way all along. You also learn to establish ways to keep a healthy romance alive. In the introductory course, we discuss compatibility. Now, you know, most people are fighting to save a relationship that they really shouldn't have been in the first place because they didn't understand compatibility. Listen, people, opposites don't attract. What attracts are opposite temperaments. That makes for a balanced relationship. The first module of Best Marriage Keys covers marital expectations, and it's going to help you to decide what it means for you to fill the role of your wife or of a husband in the relationship of your choice. The second module covers morals and values, and it's going to help you and your mate get on the same page in your daily lifestyle. The third module covers one of the biggest deal breakers in marriages, finances. We're going to talk about the nuances of joint or separate bank accounts, investments, and shared financial responsibilities. The fourth module reaches into the sensitive areas such as family planning, dealing with in-laws and outside influences. These may seem like small matters now, but if they're not handled with care on the front end, it could lead to marital problems in the end. The fifth module covers the second biggest deal breaker in marriage, intimacy. We will discuss everything it takes to have a vibrant, meaningful, and amazing sex life and how to avoid affairs. The sixth module works through the dynamics of religion. And the seventh module tackles disagreements. They're inevitable, people, but what I'm going to do is teach you how to fight fair so that you can win. Here's the reason why people divorce. As a society, we're so preconditioned to believe that marriage is a wonderful thing with no room for mistakes and also no room for hard work. This is a total fallacy, people. And we shouldn't seek professional counseling just to save a marriage that's on its last toenail. We should seek it to maintain it as well. It's what the world is aiming for, right? I mean, to be loved and to be in love and to return love. I've been featured on several networks like CNN, Fox News, NBC, CBS, and Martha Stewart Radio. And I've also published a plethora of books. But these are not my most proudest accomplishments. I'm most proud of the fact that I've been married for over 20 years to the love of my life. And the truth is, I'm happily married. So now let me show you how to hit the mark. I want to teach you what I've learned in over 20 years of counseling and 20 years of working out a successful marriage. I want to help you to begin to build a relationship that will go the distance and meet your marital expectations. Now here's what people are saying about Best Marriage Keys. Take Miranda and John, for example. They've been married for a few years, but their romance levels were low and neither one of them were really happy in their relationship. I took them through the Best Marriage Keys course on intimacy, and we focused on strengthening that pillar. And it wasn't long before they were both enjoying a rich and fulfilling love life again. Linda and Mike were a little different. Their issues, which initially seemed like a small matter, almost ended up killing their relationship. In-laws. I took them through Best Marriage Keys course on family, and we strengthened the pillar of communication. So not only were we able to save their marriage, but we were also able to make their relationship stronger across their entire family. So what the product is and what it's not, let me break that down for you. This is a product for those who are willing to put in the hard work. It's not a one-size-fits-all. You have to have an authentic and rich relationship, and it only takes one to make a change. If your mate is skittish about starting with you, you take the plunge, and the change can begin there. And here's just a taste of what's inside. In Best Marriage Keys, I've offered 7 Power Pack courses that will totally transform your relationship and help you to save your marriage, and also teach you how to get good relational skills under your belt. The introductory course has compatibility, and under that module is marital expectations, Module 2, morals and values, Module 3, finances, Module 4, family dynamics, Module 5, sex and intimacy, Module 6, religion, and Module 7, disagreements. So whether you're getting ready to tie the knot, or whether you've been married for years now, or even if you're single, Dr. Jackie knows how to work through your circumstances. Now, who needs this program? I'm sure you're asking yourself that question. Well, if you're tired of struggling with your marriage, uncertain about the relationship that you're in or your counterpart, or even if you're wondering if you've met the right one. You might even be saying, I don't know, Dr. Jackie, if I have the skill sets to make my own marriage work. Or you could just be questioning the very institution of marriage. Well, then Best Marriage Keys is for you. Best Marriage Keys is marriage made simple. The video lessons are practical, they're hard-hitting, and relevant. No barriers, folks. You're getting the help that you need. Whether you're busy, have limited time, none of these issues will impede your ability to access these lessons online, by mobile phone, anytime, anywhere. And here's another thing. These lessons are coming from an expert. That's right. I've actually lived it, and I've learned how to make it work. And they're affordable. But wait, there's more. For a limited time, I want to offer you a special bonus. When I initially created Best Marriage Keys, I created a basic edition to be released immediately. And then I expanded the edition to release it at a later date and at an additional cost, of course. But I'm not going to wait or raise the cost. I'm adding the complete video collection of 80 lessons in one Best Marriage Keys special edition. Not only that, I'm going to also include instructional quizzes to help you gauge your relational proficiency and to highlight the areas that are most important to you. In addition, I'm also including financial planning resources to help you and your spouse work through the difficult areas of finances and find a practical side of creating a better marriage. In sum, these are your bonuses. Best Marriage Keys Expanded Video Edition. The Relational Proficiency Quizzes, normally valued at over $500. Financial Planning Resources valued at $77. And they're worth a total of $671 altogether. That's a grand total of $818, folks. But we're offering all of this to you today for $247. And to seal the deal, I'm adding 2 VIP tickets to the Best Marriage Keys event live February 2013, held here in fabulous sunny city of Miami. So let me tell you again how and where you can use this product. Well, I've explained that you have instant access online. It's an online community where you watch videos, download bonus materials, comment, and connect with other couples. You'll also have the opportunity to access replay from live webcasts and seminars on marriage and relationships. And here's answers to any unanswered questions. You may be wondering, is this a product just for women, or can this also apply to men? And the answer is no, it's not a product just for women. And yes, it's geared towards both men and women involved in relationships. You might even be thinking, couldn't I just figure this out on my own by reading a self-help book or watching Dr. Phil or something? And of course the answer is no. These principles have been tested and proven through rigorous trials. And even in the worst cases, countless couples have experienced great success. And their results prove that these principles are right. So your next thought might be, how much is this going to run? And considering the fact that the average divorce will cost you between $10,000 to $20,000, not to mention the grief, I say that this is a heck of an offer. Not only is this program cheaper, but it will also be an investment for you and your mate's future. At only a fraction, consider this a gift to yourself. Now, when Christmas time comes around, you get everybody else a gift, and here's a chance to spend a little something on you. For once, you deserve that much. My 30-day guarantee goes as this. The guarantee is for if any reason you're not completely satisfied with Best Marriage Keys, just send me a personal email at any time in the next 30 days for a full prompt refund, and I'll insist that you keep all your bonus gifts for free, just for giving an honest evaluation. Does that seem fair enough? So now's the time for you to decide. You're at a crossroads, my friend. You can either choose the nightmare and the risk of marriage getting worse, ultimately ending up in a divorce, or the sour routine of a relationship that you're not very happy with. Or you can choose the dream and learn your way through Best Marriage Keys to have a lasting and fulfilling marriage with the mate of your dreams. We know you will make the right choice. Remember, your greatest advantages are at the touch of a button.